This is the Samsung Galaxy M10s and it packs an AMOLED display that isn't very common in this price point. It also has a fingerprint scanner that its predecessor, the Galaxy M10, lacked. But is the Galaxy M10s a worthy upgrade, or should you look at the competition? Well, you're about to find out. Now before you go ahead, full review of the Galaxy M10s, be sure to subscribe to the Gadgets 360 YouTube channel so that you're the first to know when we have a new video. The Galaxy M10s retains the same design as the Galaxy M10 and is relatively light at 169 grams. The curved sides make it comfortable to hold. The power button is easy to reach, but we can't say the same about the volume buttons. You get the usual dual SIM functionality along with a dedicated microSD card slot. It also sports a USB Type-C port, which is a welcome addition. Yes, a fingerprint scanner has been added, but the position could have been better as we currently need to stretch our fingers to reach it. The Galaxy M10s is powered by the newer Samsung Exynos 7884B that is paired with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage, and the price is 8,999 rupees, though you can find it for less during sales. This 6.4-inch AMOLED display is gorgeous and is undoubtedly the highlight of the Galaxy M10s. It is an HD Plus panel with good viewing angles, and it does get bright enough when outdoors. An AMOLED panel that looks this good isn't common in this price segment, so you will enjoy watching content on this device. Sadly, there's no always-on display feature. Samsung could have baked that in to take full advantage of the AMOLED panel. And that bottom-firing speaker is a tad disappointing. It isn't loud and sounds tinny. Samsung ships the Galaxy M10s with One UI 1.1 running on top of Android 9 Pie with the August security patch. There are quite a few bloatware apps pre-installed and some can get really spammy, so we'll recommend that you uninstall them right away. Samsung's Exynos 7884B SoC delivers acceptable performance for basic tasks, but we did sense a bit of weakness when loading apps, as the phone took longer than usual. The 3GB of RAM should be enough for average users, but not ideal for a heavy user. We played PUBG Mobile on the Galaxy M10s and the game defaulted to the medium settings. The graphics were set to balanced and frame rate set to medium. We did notice stutter while gaming and the smartphone was slightly warm to the touch. We also played PUBG Mobile Lite, which performed better and was playable without any noticeable lag. The Galaxy M10s delivers good battery life, and we had around 40% left at the end of a full day of usage. In our HD video loop test, the phone went on for 15 hours and 11 minutes, which is decent for the price. And the supplied 15-watt charger does come in handy as it took the phone to 60% in an hour. The Galaxy M10s sports a dual camera setup. There's a 13-megapixel primary camera with an f1.9 aperture and a 5-megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera with an f2.2 aperture. It also has a single LED flash positioned below the camera module. For selfies, it has an 8-megapixel sensor positioned in the water drop notch. The camera software is similar to what we've seen on recent Samsung M series smartphones. There's a quick toggle that lets you easily switch between the primary camera and the wide-angle one. The AI can recognize what the phone is pointed at and sets the camera up accordingly. You can also quickly enable beautification and different filters. The primary camera of the Galaxy M10s performed well in daylight for a phone at this price. For daylight shots, the dynamic range wasn't great and the colors appeared a little dull. Landscape shots taken in the day looked good, but it failed to capture minute details. We could also see grain on zooming in. The wide-angle camera does help capture a wide field of view, but we noticed a loss in quality. Shots also had distortion, which warps everything at the edges. Close-ups were a lot better, but the smartphone took slightly longer to focus than we expected. Once it did lock focus, it delivered sharp output with a natural depth effect for the background. Low light camera performance was below average as the phone takes time to meter scenes and lock focus. Photos lacked detail and big grains were visible on zooming in. Portraits taken in daylight had good edge detection, and the Galaxy M10s lets you select the level of blur before taking the shot. In low light, the output wasn't sharp and a bit too grainy for our liking. Selfies have beautification enabled by default and are good enough for the price. But we did notice the performance dip in low light. Video recording maxes out at 1080p for the primary as well as the selfie shooter. It lacked stabilization, which resulted in shaky footage. The Galaxy M10s was launched at 8,999 rupees in India, and it is among the few smartphones that offer an AMOLED display at this price point. We like that it has a crisp panel and is relatively light while still delivering good battery life. The bundled fast charger also lets you top the smartphone up quickly. There are a few things that will impress buyers who want a simple, modern, affordable smartphone. However, competition is brutal, and the Galaxy M10s does not deliver that much in terms of performance. Samsung also needs to put in some more work into the cameras to dominate this segment. If you're specifically looking for a Samsung device on a budget, then the Galaxy M10s will do just fine. However, you should also consider other options such as the Realme 5 or the Xiaomi Redmi Note 7s. If you really care about battery life, you should also consider the Samsung Galaxy M30. And that was our review of the Galaxy M10s. Now, what do you think about this smartphone? Let us know in the comment section down below. And as always, for all things tech, stay tuned to Gadgets360.com.